Life. What is life without a purpose? What are we without a cause, without a driving force to fuel our very existence? We are nothing. Without a purpose, we are merely soulless husks forever floating through the black, endless abyss. We must either find this purpose or fade forever into obscurity. I chose the former. Surprisingly, I found my cause fairly early on, in a place I never expected to find it. The great work of theatrical tragedy, Macbeth. He was a man I could identify with. He was mad, of course, and many of his actions spoke of mental instability. It was, however, his motivation that particularly caught my attention. Macbeth was ambitious, perhaps to a fault, but his ambition gave him purpose. Supposing that was it. Our purpose is only as grand as we aspire for. We have one shot, one opportunity to better our circumstances. Life is too short to wait for the universe to notice us. We write our own destiny. Armed with this knowledge, I resolved to seize every opportunity that presented itself. My whole family comes from a long military background. War runs through our veins, and as such, we are very competitive people. So of course, when I learnt that my brother was to receive a military promotion I had been promised, naturally my spirits plummeted. I had spent years waiting for an opportunity such as this to fall on me, and to have it slip from my grasp hit me quite hard. This was meant to be my moment, not his. I was almost ready to let go of my dream when my first real opportunity fell before me. There he stood, alone on the balcony. He was probably thinking about the promotion he had so maliciously won. He never heard me enter. Such a tragic accident. Although, with the position now vacant, my father's sorrow was mixed with joy as he watched his sole remaining son join the military elite. I felt no remorse, of course. It was my opportunity to take. My brother had waited for the universe to acknowledge him and paid the price for it. Life, as I mentioned before, is too short. Far shorter for some. So I had succeeded, and my success came at no personal risk, something that even Macbeth cannot claim. You see, I learn from others' mistakes. Macbeth was a coward, and his cowardice betrayed him. His ambition was fueled more by others than himself, which in the end turned him to doubt. He succumbed to remorse as the souls of the slain returned to haunt his every waking breath. His fate would not be mine. My actions were my own, and I felt no shame for it. My joy at this good fortune quickly died, however, as I began to see no point in this victory. The sharp reality of my insignificance pierced me deeply. All I carried was a title, nothing more. My consciousness plunged into deeper thoughts. Surely, I told myself, another opportunity would arise to advance my station. My ambition had carried me thus far, and so I turned my back on morality, and instead sought its counsel. Life is too short. We must create our own opportunities if we are to find purpose. Being of a high rank, this opportunity was not difficult to create. In fact, as I recall, a position opened up shortly afterward. Life had rewarded me. I felt the full extent of my success. I had learnt from Macbeth. I had risen above Macbeth, and was now reaping the benefits. I had not succumbed to remorse and madness as he had. I was a captain in the king's army, with legions of men at my command. But I was not about to make the same error as Macbeth did. He left far too much to chance when he murdered King Duncan. If he was truly set on securing the throne, he should have ensured to eliminate the remaining threat to his rule. That meant tying off loose ends. Personally. After all, only a coward allows others to do their dirty work. I knew my position was not safe. Surely another, such as I, would come along and employ my own strategy against me. I grew restless, as sleep refused to engulf me in the release of thoughtless obscurity I so craved. I even began to see demons smouldering behind the visage of even my closest comrades. Their burning hatred for me could not be concealed. I had to act. The Thane Macbeth had left his threats unchecked, and through his seething madness was consumed by the fires of their revenge. That would not be my fate. It could not be my fate. I had risen above Macbeth. I did what any sane person would have done, really. I destroyed them before they could destroy me. It was quite simple, really. They were to serve as fuel for my ambition. The deed was done, the die cast. I had secured my own position and could now rest, knowing that none would ever dare challenge me again. At least, so I imagined. But the sleep evaded me still. Each night only brought another terror, another face. So many men whose lives I had so callously ended in the pursuit of my own purpose. My brother, my commanding officers, my friends. I sought release in the pages of Macbeth, yet found only death and misery. The stark comparisons between his own life and mine became clearer by the day, as I began to realize with horror that I had not simply risen above Macbeth, as I first imagined. I had rather become him. Macbeth's ambition fueled him, yes, and gave him purpose. Yet Macbeth's ultimate demise came at the hands of the very thing that motivated him, his own ambition. I begin to finally see the true nature of my life, and the bleak insignificance of it. The wars I fight now only bring more misery, as I wish each battle would be my last. I am the true coward here, not Macbeth. As he so aptly put, justice commends the ingredients of our poisoned chalice to our own lips. You reap what you sow, and it seems I'm up for a poor harvest. So a toast to you, Macbeth, for leading the life you always wanted, and for boldly facing death as only a true hero could. It becomes the irony of the situation. I only wish I could have been more like you.